Hey guys, welcome back to my beauty stash, or welcome if it is your first time here. Hello, my name is Steph. I would love to have you become part of our makeup family, so be sure to click on that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching. Today I'm trying a new to me indie makeup brand, and that is Bella Beaute Bar. They released their new Poison Garden 2 eyeshadow palette. This was released a couple weeks ago. It is available right now for pre-order, and it does retail for $59. There are 18 shades in here, and I want to give you the shade breakdown because this definitely contains some multi and duochromes. So in this 18 pan eyeshadow palette, we're getting 5 duochromes, 1 multi-chrome, 9 mattes, and 3 shimmer shades. There are no pressed glitters, even though a couple shades look like they're pressed glitters. In particular, this one, no pressed glitters in this palette. I haven't even gone outdoors to swatch this palette yet. This is a total first impression for me. I had never tried anything from Bella Beaute Bar, but when I saw this on Instagram, it looked like a beautiful palette, and so I decided to go ahead and pick it up when it was released. Now, you can pre-order this palette right now. I'm on their website right now, and it says the pre-orders will ship in 4 to 6 weeks. This is a New York-based indie makeup brand, and I've been scrolling through their website, and they have a lot of cool items on there, so definitely check this out. I'll have it linked in the description box of today's video, along with the rest of the makeup that I'm wearing. Some of those things might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping through them, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. I am not an affiliate with Bella Beaute Bar. This is my first ever experience with them. If I can find a code, I will most definitely have it in the description box of today's video. I don't remember if I used a code. It does come with the mirror, and this is the packaging. But if I can find somebody's code, I will most definitely have that in the description box of today's video. I will be creating 3 looks with this eyeshadow palette just so we can try out the formula, see if it's any good. I love trying indie makeup brands. I mean, the indie makeup brands are just killing it lately. They are the kings and queens when it comes to duochromes and multichromes and all of those special shades. The mainstream brands, they try to keep up, but they're not there yet. They have not caught up to indie makeup brands, and I'm super excited for this one. If you guys want to see the 3 looks I create with the new Poison Garden 2 eyeshadow palette, keep on watching. I've already primed my eyelids using the newly reformulated Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer. That is my favorite primer of the moment. So I am all ready to dive into this gorgeous palette. I mean, I think you can see why I wanted to pick it up because of this green blue section over here. If it's your first time on my channel, first and foremost, welcome, but I love green eyeshadows. So I think we should just start there. I'm gonna go in with the shade first in the crease. The shade is called Lily of the Valley. Now guys, if you see some lines right here on the side of my face, I laid down for a minute. I was having a little bit of a headache going on, and I guess I dozed off, which is a good thing, but yeah, marks of the pillow there. So I am taking Lily of the Valley on one of my favorite brushes, the Game Beauty E01, and I'm just gonna be stamping that in the crease. Stamping and blending. There is little to no kick up in the pan with this shade. I don't see any fallout. So far, I think it is looking the way it does in the pan. So it is true to its shade. And I think it is building up, packing on really nicely. This is such a great brush from Game Beauty. Just doing what I'm doing. They do sell their brushes individually, and I do have a code with Game Beauty in case you want to pick up this brush in particular. I think my code is Steff or Steff10. It's in the description box along with the link, but highly recommend the E01. All right, so I like this. I like this a lot. This is a nice lime green shade. Perfect. Now I'm gonna go into this yellow shade right here. This one is called Bloodroot, and I'm gonna take that on a What's Up Beauty. This is the R103 brush. This is a natural goat hair makeup brush. The Game Beauty is a synthetic brush. That is a beautiful yellow shade. And I think it kind of took over the green. I'm going to have to add some of that green back. Now I'm going to go in with this shade right here called Oleander, and I'm going to take that on a What's Up Beauty. This is the R102. And I'm just going to focus this shade right out here. That is beautiful. Wow, that's blending out really well. And no kick up with either of these shades that I've used. No kick up, no fallout. They feel very smooth. Very easy to work with so far, very easy to blend, layer. Going back in with a little bit more Bloodroot, the yellow shade. All right, so now I want to try these two shades right here. I think I'm going to start first with this one. This one is called Mountain Laurel. And, oh, okay, so it is a putty-like shade, putty consistency. That's what it looks like. Let's see, I'm going to try... Here's my glitter glue. You know what? Let me just put on some glitter glue just to be safe. This is the one from NYX. Just putting that on the lid. Now let's apply. Wow. That's beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna keep the inner corner free for the other shade, but look at that. Wow, that's beautiful. Now I'll kind of perfect that in a second. Now I'm picking up Water Hemlock, and I'm picking that up on a Morphe M124. I am gonna spray it with some setting spray. So this has a bit more gold in it. It's lighter, and this I can see a bit more green shift to it. Now I'm going to add a little bit of Oleander, the dark green matte, just to kind of blend these edges a bit. I'm going in with the Morphe brush, no product, just to kind of pat along the edge. All right, now for the lower lash line, I think I want to do this blue shade right here. This one is called Morning Glory, and I'm taking that shade on the We Makeup Short Shader brush. Now I'm going to go in with this shade right here. The shade is called Larkspur. Is it Larkspur? And I'm going to use the Blend Bunny. This is the B2 brush. I am going to spray it. I felt a little bit of fallout. This is the only shade so far that I've felt fallout from. It could just be the style of brush I'm using as well. Now I think I'm going to go back in with a little bit of Oleander, and I'm going to apply that really close to the lower lash line. I'm picking up Water Hemlock, which was this shade right here, and I'm just adding it right there to the inner corner. I feel like that needed a little bit of brightness. Okay guys, let me add liner, mascara. I might do a half lash, and then I'll be right back to show you the completed look number 1. Alright guys, here's the completed look number 1. I absolutely love it. Let me tell you quickly what I went in with. I'm using the Colourpop Level Up Mascara. This is the mascara I'll be using throughout the video. You all told me to look on Amazon for half lashes, and these are the ones that I recently got. Let me just show them to you really quick. I didn't even have to trim them. And here's what they look like. I think this pack was like $8 or $9. And guys, I apologize if you hear some background noise. Yard work is going on right outside my door, but this is a completed look. For eyeliner on the lower lash line, or the lower waterline I should say, I went in with this one from NYX. It is their Epic Wear liner. It's a Vivid Brights eyeliner in the shade Love. This was from a Pride collection a couple years back, so I'm not entirely sure if it's still available, but I'll include a link to the NYX Epic Wear liners, and maybe you can find something similar there. Let's move over to the left eye and start working on look number 2. So for look number 2, I think I'm going to do something like in this little area over here. So I'm going to start first with this shade. This shade right here is called Stinging Nettle. I'm taking that shade on a Rephr 16. This is a very light shade, but I think it is true to the shade it is in the pan. I was hoping I could build it up a little bit, but no such luck. Now on a Ref for 14, I'm going to go in with the shade Naked Lady. This is a really pretty shade, and it's layering really well over the first shade. And it's building up nicely as well. Now I'm going to go in with Bleeding Heart, same Ref for 14. Really nice. So far, everything is just blending out so well. I think I'm going to deepen up this look a little bit with this shimmer shade right here. This one is called Devil's Helmet. I'm taking that on a damp Morphe M124. I'm going to focus it right out here, kind of halfway. I picked up some of that shade on a Ref for 13 just to blend the edge. Same Ref for 13. Now I'm going in with Bleeding Heart again. This is the matte shade. Now I'm going to go in with Angel's Trumpet, damp Morphe M124, and I'm going to apply that on the inner portion. Felt a little bit of fallout with that shade. Look at how gorgeous this is. Wow. That's really pretty. I'm really impressed so far with this eyeshadow palette. Now I'm going to go in with Snake Root, and I'm going to run that along the lower lash line. I'm using a Ref for 26. Now I do see I got some fallout right here. That wasn't from that shade. I think it was from one of the Bleeding Heart. I like this Snake Root shade. It's a nice shade for creating grungy looks. This palette has maybe a tiny bit of a grungy vibe to it, like a tiny bit. Same brush, I'm just gonna spray it. I'm gonna go in with this one right here. This is called Death Camas. Adding a little bit more of Snake Root. All right, so I'm going to add liner and mascara. I don't think I'm going to do a falsie on this side because I think this is the eye I'm going to remove to do the third look. But I'll be right back and I'll show you this completed look number 2. All right, guys, here's the completed look number 2. I'm really loving this look. I'm really loving the lower lash line, the contrast between the two, the upper and the lower. I didn't use an eyeliner for the top lash line. I pulled out my Natasha Denona mini Xenon palette and I went in with the black shade to kind of act as eyeliner, and I added a little bit to the lower lash line as well. And then I used this white shade up here on the brow bone. And for the lower waterline, NYX Epic Wear Liner in the shade All Time Olive. And this is the completed look. No falsies, no half lashes on this one, since I am going to remove this eye to start creating the third look. But what do you guys think so far? So far, I am very impressed with this Poison Ivy or Poison Garden 2 eyeshadow palette. Let me go ahead and take this off and I'll be right back and we'll start working on the third and final look. All right, let's start working on the third look. And I definitely want to use this purple shade right here. Oh, and then we haven't used, did we use this one? No, Foxglove. Looks gorgeous. Okay, so let me see. Oh, and I haven't used this shade down here. Oh my goodness, what are we gonna do? So I think I've used all of the matte shades except for this one. So I'm gonna go in with this one. This one is Daffodil. I'm gonna apply that in the crease and then we'll see what I'm gonna do next. I'm using this brush that I got from the e.l.f. Cookies and Dreams collection, and I'm just going to be stamping. Actually, I think I'm going to work this in the inner corner as well. This will be a nice inner corner highlight shade. I like that shade, really pretty. I like the way it's looking in the inner corner as well. All right, so I think I'm gonna go in with the shade right here. The shade is called Snake Root, and that's the one I had on the lower lash line. And I'm just gonna work that in the crease, kind of build it up in the outer corner, and we'll take it from there. And I'm using a Rephr 14. All right, so that's about as deep as this shade is gonna go, and that's okay because I really think that all of these shades that I've been using are true to their shade in the pan. And that really helps. That's very helpful. Okay, so I feel like I need a little bit of depth out there, a little bit of darkness. I guess I'm gonna go in with Oleander. This is one of the deepest shades. The same Rephr 14. I'm just gonna add that, let's see, right in here. Would have liked a dark brown in this palette. Like one really deep shade or even a matte black, but we'll make it work. I want to take it up too high. I just kind of want it right in this little area. All right, so went up a little higher than I wanted, but that's okay. Now I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. The shade is called Wisteria. I'm taking Wisteria on a damp Morphe M124. Now I'm gonna go in with the shade. The shade is called Foxglove. The same brush, I just sprayed it. These shimmer shades are very, or like these duo and multi-chromes in particular, they're very softly pressed. And it's like that very kind of like putty-like texture, so you want to be careful. I like dipped in a little too aggressively with the shade and kind of just, I don't say it broke, but you know, it kind of moved around a bit. This is beautiful. Going back in with Wisteria. I do feel like I got a little bit of fallout there. And I feel like right here looks a little bit patchy. Maybe I layered too many shades. There, a little bit better. Now for the lower lash line, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. This shade looks like it's it's like a green to blue, one of the duochromes. So I'm taking that shade on a pencil brush and I did spray it. The shade is gonna be beautiful on the lid. I just didn't have room for it. Actually, let's see, I'm gonna pick some of it up again. Just add it right here. I don't know if it'll show up. This is a very smooth shade. These other two are a little bit more textured. Yeah, it doesn't really show up there. Now for the inner corner, I'm just gonna go back in with Daffodil. Okay, I'm gonna try and just fix this little area. I think I just layered too many shadows there, but I'm gonna add some liner and the half lash, and I'll be right back to show you this completed third look. All right, guys, here's the third and final look with Poison Garden 2. So what I did out here was I just kind of removed this little area with the makeup wipe, and then I redid it, and perfect, like no issues. I'm thinking maybe I didn't blend out the eyeshadow primer or the concealer when I reapplied my makeup on this side, but yeah, the shadow is good. It wasn't the shadow's fault. I think it was just something that I did. But I added the other half lash. I did some LA Girl Neon Shockwave liner. This is the shade Blackout. Kind of tight lined the top lash line, and I use that right here on the lower waterline. And this is the completed look, and I love it. Let me go ahead and wrap up today's video and share with you guys my final thoughts. My very first experience trying Bella Beaute Bar Cosmetics. Alright guys, so after creating 3 looks with Poison Garden 2, I have to say my first time trying the Bella Beaute Bar Cosmetics formula, it was a pretty good experience. There's not a lot of kick up in the pan with the matte formulas. Now with these particular special shades, duo multi-chromes, you want to be careful when you dip into them. You'll see with this one right here, I dipped in a little too aggressively and it kind of moves the shadow around in the pan. They're very softly pressed, and these are definitely more textured shades, whereas this one down here, this is definitely a duochrome. That's a very smooth shade. That's very smooth. This one is very smooth. Some of the more traditional shimmers are very smooth, but some of them are more textured. So you're definitely going to want to pick up some NYX glitter glue and use it with these shades so that you don't get fallout. Now, given that these are a little bit more textured shades, I didn't get a massive amount of fallout. What I got was easily brushed away. If you're like me and you like to do your base makeup first and then you do your eye look, I would just lay down some extra setting powder just to be on the safe side. That way you can brush away anything that might fall. But other than that, guys, I think this is a really beautiful color story, a nice way for me to try Bella Beaute Bar Cosmetics. And I'm loving it. I mean, this little section right here, this little 9-pan section was definitely what sold me on the palette, because you guys know I love green, and this palette didn't disappoint. Minus the little hiccup here on this eye, that was totally my fault because as you can see, it came together perfectly in the end. But yeah, guys, this is a nice first experience. I look forward to trying more from this brand. Poison Garden 2, it retails for $59. And once again, you are getting 5 duochromes, 1 multi-chrome, 9 mattes, and 3 shimmers, total up to 18 different shades. It is available for pre-order right now on their website, and it will ship in 4 to 6 weeks as per their website. All right, guys, so now that I've created 3 looks with the Bella Beaute Bar Poison Garden 2 eyeshadow palette, I'm gonna have to give it 2 thumbs up. I thought this was a great first experience, a nice way for me to welcome this brand into my stash. Let me know what you guys thought of the 3 looks. Are you team 1, team 2, team 3, team none? Sound off in the comments down below and let me know if you've tried this brand before and what are some of your favorites, or maybe you're new to the brand like me. Let me know if this is a palette that you're gonna consider picking up. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink your water. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.